Prince Charles asked predatory paedophile Jimmy Savile for help with the royal family's public relations, letters have shown. The future kinghand wrote letters to the infamous TV presenter, who was later revealed to be a sex beast who leveraged his position of power and influence to rape and assault youngsters. Savile's advice and ideas were even seen by the Queen and Prince Philip, and now the letters will be seen for the first time ever in a new TV documentary. Charles' new fundraiser Savile was connected with many institutions across the country, but there is no suggestion either the prince or any member of the royal family were aware of Savile's wrongdoing. After a number of PR blunders involving the now disgraced Prince Andrew and then-wife Sarah Ferguson, Charles reached out to Savile to help try and improve the family's image. The star then reportedly drew up an action plan that was viewed by the Queen and Prince Philip. The new documentary, released today on Netflix, shows a grab from Netflix's Jimmy Savile, a British horror story Part 1, a story about the predatory paedophile who infiltrated the highest echelons of British society. Image. Netflix. One letter written by Charles at Sandringham on January 14, 1989, reads, "Perhaps I am wrong, but you are the bloke who knows what's going on. What I really need is a list of suggestions from you. I so want to get to parts of the country that others don't get to reach." Savile's philanthropy was a front for horrific sex attacks on hundreds of vulnerable victims aged from 5 to 75. He came into contact with the Prince and Princess of Wales through his work for Stoke Mandeville Hospital, Bucks, during the 1980s. Princess Diana opened its spinal injuries unit in 1983. Charles also asked for advice on responding to disasters, after Andrew's performance following the bombing of Pan Am Flight 103. Prince Charles wrote to the then-star Jimmy Savile asking for help with the royal family's PR issues. Image. Mirror pics. Prince Andrew had been sent to the site but came under heavy criticism for saying it was much worse for the Americans, and adding that it had been only a matter of time before a plane fell out of the sky. Charles would then write a longer letter to Savile, sent on January 27, 1989, which read, "I attach a copy of my memo on disasters which incorporates your points and which I showed to my father. He showed it to H.M. The day after the Lockerbie disaster, Charles once again turned to Jimmy to help with Fergie, whose behavior was becoming more and more embarrassing. Andrew's then-wife was falling increasingly out of favor with the British press, and a lot of the ire aimed at the royal family for its failure to attend a Lockerbie memorial fell on her, it was reported. The Queen saw Jimmy Savile's letters and advice. Image. Getty Images. He wrote, "I wonder if you would ever be prepared to meet my sister-in-law, the Duchess of York? I can't help feeling that it would be extremely useful to her if you could. I feel she could do with some of your straightforward common sense." On April 16, 1990, Charles asked for help with a speech he was making at London's Guildhall. He wrote, "You are so good at understanding what makes people operate, and you're wonderfully skeptical and practical. Can you cast an eye over this draft and let me know how you think we can best appeal to people?" Then, on July 4, he wrote from Highgrove House, "Dear Jimmy, I can't tell you how grateful I am for the most useful assistance you have provided for my speech in the Guildhall the other day. It was really good of you to take the trouble to put together those splendid notes and provide me with considerable food for thought. Whether you think the final result is in any way worthwhile is another matter. With renewed and heartfelt thanks, Charles." The documentary, Jimmy Savile, a British horror story, looks at how Savile made contacts at the highest levels of society, including then Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and senior police officers. Read more. Queen will hold more royal engagements from her own living room, says expert. Read more. Kate Middleton and Prince William's new life in Windsor, houses, schools and neighbours.